All right, let's talk about living in different places. You have like lived in all the popular places now. So San Francisco, you live in Austin right now. You're going to New York.
I've lived in New York too, though.
You've been to Miami. I know you don't have.
I've spent time there. I've got family there.
What's good? What do you think of San Francisco?
Okay, so San Francisco, I think is the way that I explain it is there is like 10,000 things to hate about it, right? There's like the homeless problem. The weather is like okay, like it's the problem. It's never like too hot and it's never cold, which is kind of boring.
I love it.
Like if I don't consider myself to be liberal, but it's like not that great. And I don't think you could hear that in this mic. So there's a lot of bad stuff about it, but there's two amazing things, which is like high caliber people, and the geography is like the best of any city in the country, I think. So I think it's amazing, and I hope that it like crumbles and rebuilds itself, and I would love to go back. I moved to Austin from San Francisco. The pros, I think, are everyone is so friendly here. It's significantly more fun and easier to live in than San Francisco or New York. Even though people complain that the prices are going up, compared to those cities, it's still way more affordable. And there is some diversity of political stuff. The problem is for me is that it's incredibly white. It's like still like pretty homogenous in terms of ethnicity and race, which is only one type of diversity, but that is lacking. And as someone who has a black wife, it kind of makes her uncomfortable. And I miss the hustle and bustle of a major city. So overall, I think it's good, but I still miss it. I still miss like a New York.
I feel like you go to San Francisco and New York to get rich, and then you move here to live good.
The living here is way easier.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you're happier, but it's kind of like running a marathon where like I trained for it, or like any sporting event, you train for it and it like kind of stinks, but you're happy to be doing it. And then you're right in the middle of the race and you're like, this fucking sucks. I'm never doing this again. I'm out of here. You finish it and you're like, never again. And then like 3 weeks later, you're like, I need to feel that pain again. And that's how I feel about living in New York is I currently don't have that pain. I have a very easy, comfortable, cushy life here, but I miss the grind. And so I'll be happy to move. I'm moving there Wednesday, a week from tomorrow for 3 months.
Yeah. So I've been one of those unemployed fools forever. And so I've always like never had to be in a specific place. And I always thought, and way back in the day, I would leave for just the summers and go places. And I always thought that the best place to live is two places. And the reason is when you stay in any place, you just get used to it, right? You start, everything's the same. You stop appreciating it. Like I used to live like on 6th Street. And after a while, you're just like, it's so crazy when people first come there. But after a while, you're just like, oh, it's just my backyard. Like you just think it's normal. That's every place you go.
But I think I think it's good to have different perspectives. So when I'm in New York, I'm like around a bunch of finance oriented people and everyone's like doing this and that. And then I'm in Austin and I'm still around entrepreneurial types of folks, but they're doing different stuff. And I think it's good to have different perspectives. And so I really enjoy that.
That's why I think two places living is
that's
far
what we're
better
doing.
than one. Yeah.
So we bought this place. I can say the numbers. So we bought, how much did I paid $960,000 for my house. My monthly payment is so the mortgage, rent, mortgage, insurance, utilities, and what else do you have on your payment? Whatever, like the fixed costs, mostly fixed costs. I think it's $4,800 a month. And then how much did I think I spent $60,000 to furnish it. And then I'm now renting it out for around $8,500 a month when I'm gone. So I'm making a profit, and I'm going to use that profit to put towards my New York rent. I'm renting a place there for $6,000 a month, so I'm actually getting like what, $3,000 a month in New York, and I'm looking to buy a place there, and I want to do the exact same thing and live for free.
It's easy right now to do all this stuff like in such an awesome bull market. You just like rent it for whatever you want.
I think I'll be able to rent that for more. I found a friend who rented it for 3 months for the whole time as opposed, and everyone's like, dude, that's so much money. And I agree, it is a lot of money. But my reasoning is if you want to stay in a 3-bedroom home for a month, that's how much it costs. It's $300 a night. That's like pretty normal.
And it's like, and we live in a place that's like, it feels like a nice, quiet neighborhood, and literally 3 blocks away, it's like crazy stuff.
Yeah, and if you want to go somewhere, like if you want to go stay in a hotel somewhere, that would cost $150 to $200 a night. Here at my place, you're getting a 3-bedroom home with the gym and a neighborhood. Like $300 a night is not a lot of money. I mean, that's like normal. That's what you'd expect. So like if you can book it out for 3 months, like it becomes quite profitable.
Also, your renter pays for the gym, but I get to use the gym. That should be in the clause, by the way.